So I've got these Rockfox engine guards here. They made them for this version of the CB. So if you've got a CB and you're in South Africa or anywhere else, I think they'll organise for you. So they look quite nice, quite tidy. Very pleased with that. It's also got a screw point for spotlights. So when the spotlights come, I just need to put them there. So I don't need to go bananas with a bracket. It's already there. Also is a engine guard. It's quite a big boat of an engine guard, but when I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's a bit of a monster. But to be fair, having been on some gravel roads and been around stuff, I think I would rather have it a big monster like that than a little shiny one. That I felt very confident that I had a nice great big bathtub that the engine was sitting in. If I was going to do anything, I might spray it a darker colour so it looks less whoa, but at the moment I'm getting used to the fact that it's there now, so I'm not worrying so much. So that's engine guard at the front. I've got an engine exhaust and oil filter guard on the bottom. It's quite nice. While we're here, let's just have a look. I've got a radiator guard. I made it myself out of just this aluminium mesh that you can use for car body filler. They didn't have any in the country yet for this bike, so I just quick trip to the hardware store, bought one of those, stuck it on. It literally took 5 minutes. I got a bit of sticky tape around the edge just to protect the edge. Where the screws went in there, it fitted perfect, and I just pushed the screws through and it worked. And I've cable tied it on the top around a bracket that's on the top there. So it literally took 5 minutes to do it, and definitely made me feel better when I'm going down the gravel roads. Definitely, for sure. Okay, so that's the front end. Got the engine guards on the top and the engine guard on the bottom there. Very nice, no issues. Here down the bottom, I've had a bigger foot fitted. That was an easy job to fit. Just undid the screws and put it on. That saved my concern a few times already. Easy to do. Don't have to faff around. Quick, easy. I would like to get some of these foot pegs changed so that I've got the ones with the little spiky teeth on and a bit wider. But that's coming. That's in the next set of stuff, was to get some upgraded the foot pegs. Moving on to the back, it's got a full pannier rack set. So this pad and these panniers are separate. But with a bit of wiggly jiggly, you can actually get them to fit. So long as this is at the bottom and then that fits on the top, they do actually go. So they're made from different manufacturers, but it does work. So my plan will be at some point to have a box on here for when I'm doing city stuff, and then I've got somewhere to put my helmet, but I can easily take the box off and use a duffel bag or some such if I go on a trip. But at least I've got the rack now so that I can have some options. So that's the top box rack. And then the side panniers are also made by this Rockfox. So they go on here and they're just bolted in, and then they bolt together. So it's all nice and secure. It's hell of a sturdy. I'll stick up some other pictures so you can see what it's like without the bags on. Because there's a whole load of options that you can have for screwing on fuel tanks and all sorts. It's hell of a handy. So the way I put these bags on, that's not how the bags normally go, but because I had so many holes and grooves and options here, I was able to piece it together. So that's how those go. So there's pannier racks on either side, and that gives you a whole host of options for attaching something on the side. So these little Turkana bags are usually mounted differently than I've done here. It's got like a saddle bag thing that goes over the top, and then these attached to that. But this worked for me, so and then so that allows me to have a small baggage on either side. It does for my little trips, so I've got no issues there. So far so good. So the Turkana stuff is quite lekker. Interestingly enough, a little 2-litre ice cream container fits perfectly in the bottom of this if you want to give the bottom of the bag a bit of rigidity. I really like these Turkana bags. They're dead cool. Nice, easy. They've got so many different adjusting settings so that there's always a way to attach it somehow. The 500 has a problem with the exhaust burning the bottom of the soft luggage if you've got that. So to fix that problem, I've just made a little aluminium tray that fits on the bottom and cable ties on the front and the back. Again, another one of those Mike's 5-minute garage wonders. It works like a charm, so that was easy to do. I don't know if it would melt the bottom of the bag, but it isn't now, and that was easy. So there's 2 little quick fixes on this one, the Radiator Guard and this tray. Things I really want to do next are tyres. I think I've narrowed it down in my mind as to which tyres I would prefer, but I just would like to feel a little bit more secure on the gravelly roads. These are fine. There's nothing wrong with them. They've done the job perfectly, but I just would like the next one. So I think I'm going to do some Mitas 07s. That's my plan at this stage, but I'll sort that out when I get back. And then some kind of the top box. That's my next. Those are my 2 things that I'll sort out next, and a pump, but that's quick. So I know a pump, 12-volt pump, tires, top box, and a few little ram mounts. Just the ram mounts to give me a few more options with the camera. But that's all. But apart from that, she's doing quite nicely. This bike is absolutely cool. It's not too big, it's not too small. It's a Honda, so it's going to be going forever, hopefully. I've only ever really had Honda because they just keep going. They just don't stop. What don't I like? There's probably 2 things which not niggle me, but I'm like,